Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha and I welcome you to my channel and to all the different videos I've done on INFJ stuff and on other stuff. I hope that you guys watch them and hopefully you're able to learn from them and you're able to grow as an INFJ, as an individual, as a human being because of them. In this video, I want to speak to you guys about balance and why balance seeking as an INFJ is one of the most important things we can do in order to better ourselves and to become the best, healthiest version of ourselves as much as possible. Now, the main thing about balance, and there's a lot of different things we can balance, obviously, balancing our energy, balancing our health, balancing the fact that we need to get enough food and water and hygiene and self-care routines in, balancing the fact that we need to make sure there's not a lot of negative energy around us, balancing the fact that we need to balance our introverted time with extroverted time. There's a bunch of different things that we need to balance out in ourselves and in the surroundings and with the people that surround us. I'm sure you guys know about a lot of these things, and I've done videos in the past about it. But I specifically want to focus on why balance is so important to our intuition and how they're interconnected with each other. You guys already know that introverted intuition is one of our most powerful functions as an INFJ. It's what makes us the unique individuals that we are. It gives us our superpower, that we know all of these amazing things about the world, and we're able to gather all this information subconsciously and effectively without actually even lifting a finger. And it's because of our introverted intuition. You can read more about that specific function online. I'm not going to speak specifically about the technicalities of it because I find that stuff really boring. But I like to speak about why intuition really only works when we are balanced INFJs. When we are stressed out in general, our body reacts specifically to it, obviously, but also our spirit reacts to it and our intuition. When we're stressed out, you can feel the effects of it on your body. You feel tired, you're less energetic, you feel like, your eyesight's a little bit weaker, your head hurts a little bit more, your digestion's a little bit off, etc. You can feel all these things going on in your body. The same kind of thing happens to your spirit. If you're working at a dead-end job that you hate, you can feel yourself dying from the inside out. You can feel your soul being sucked out of you and dying a slow death. You can feel all that stuff. But intuition is something that can also be affected very adversely because of a stressed out life or because of an imbalanced life. But we don't actually see the effects of it because we don't really pay that much attention to intuition in general, right? Because our intuition as an INFJ is always working in the background. It works automatically, automagically, if you want to call it. We don't even have to think about it most of the time. We get all this information from the world and we're just sitting there and we're thinking to ourselves, how do I know this? For example, you'd be walking past a person on the street and you think to yourself, I think he beats his wife. And you think to yourself, how did I know that? I don't know how I knew it, but I just knew that was the case. Or you walk past someone else and you think to yourself, oh, he doesn't really like his job. I wonder why. You get all this information, all of this data from your environment and from the people around you, but you have no idea where it's coming from. It's because of your intuition. Your intuition is gathering all these information, all of this awesome information, some of it useful, some of it not useful, but just constantly on a daily basis, on a moment-by-moment basis, your intuition is gathering all this information automatically, right? You don't even have to think about it. But when you are stressed out or when you're imbalanced, when you're not in balance in terms of your mind, spirit, body, whatever it might be, your intuition does not work on overdrive like it always does. Sometimes it feels like it's a little bit sluggish, like a car that doesn't start properly when it's a really cold day. Your intuition is the same thing. It needs a perfect combination of balanced body, mind, and spirit in order for it to work optimally. You'll still be getting information, obviously. Even if you're stressed out, your intuition is still sending you certain bits of information on a constant basis, but you will notice a difference. If you started, paying attention to it, you'll notice a difference where when you're feeling really, really good and you're feeling happy and positive and well-balanced and your body's taken care of and your mind and spirit are feeling good, you will notice a difference in how much information is coming from your intuition towards you versus when you're not feeling that great, right? You'll actually notice a big difference. For example, recently I was jet lagged. I traveled all the way from Toronto, Canada to Chiang Mai, which is where I am right now, Thailand. I'm in my apartment here. I was living with my parents or staying with my parents in Toronto, and now I'm here by myself, which I'm really happy about. But I'm here and there's a 12-hour difference, a time difference between the two cities, between Toronto and Chiang Mai. It's a big 12-hour difference. And if you guys know anything about jet lag, it takes an hour a day for you to adjust back to a different time zone. So if you've traveled 6 hours, then it'll take you 6 days to adjust to the new time zone. So for a 12-hour change, it takes you 12 freaking days to adjust to a different time zone. I mean, it's just too much. That's why I hate traveling back and forth between two countries, because I just want to stay in one country for a long time, because if I'm going back and forth too much, the jet lag just kills me. Absolutely kills me. But the main thing about jet lag is that all of your systems, all of your sleep cycles, all your circadian rhythms, your food cycles, the amount of food you're eating, the amount of digestion problems, all your bowel movements, everything is screwed up. I mean, I'm not even joking, like every freaking thing. Too much information perhaps, but what happens with a jet lag, for me specifically, I notice a big difference in the amount of information I get through my intuition. Not only is my empathy down because I'm just too tired to care, but also my intuition is off because I'm not getting enough information because, of course, my brain is too tired. It's not getting enough sleep. I'm sleeping at different times, at odd hours. I'm waking up in the middle of the night and starving, and I don't have any way of getting food. In the middle of the night, I don't really have a kitchen here. And then I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll be like wide awake, and I'll do a little bit of work, and I'll be sleeping in the middle of the day when I'm supposed to be working or supposed to be out. It's sunny outside here, so that kind of helps a little bit more. But when I go back to Toronto, sometimes it's really dark there, dark and dingy, because it's winter time, and it takes even longer time for me to get adjusted to that time zone because the light really changes things, right? Like if there's sunlight, then it's easier for you to adjust to jet lag. But as I said, when I do come and when I go through these jet lag moments, I notice that I know that the work that I'm going to do for those few days is going to be really suboptimal. It's not going to be prime work that I can do normally because my intuition is completely switched off. Well, not completely switched off, but compared to how it is normally, because of all the meditation that I do and all the yoga and all of the different self-reflection and self-care routines, I've built up my intuition to be extremely powerful. And so I get a lot of information from my intuition on a daily basis. Whereas when I'm jet lagged or exhausted or imbalanced or stressed out or whatever it might be, I notice a really dire difference between the two. I notice that I'm not getting as much information in because my intuition is trying, I guess, to get information across, but I'm just not connected to my body. I'm not connected to my heart. I feel tired. I feel too exhausted. I feel too depressed or whatever it might be. And that is causing that connection to break apart. One of the reasons why I really wanted to do this video is because it's not just about being stressed out. Your intuition is really important to you as an INFJ because it helps in a lot of different ways. I found that the more balanced I am, the more my intuition speaks to me, the easier it is for me to live in this world. It is actually much easier when your intuition is working properly because you can go through the world and get all this information without actually having to talk to people, without actually being an extrovert. And you're able to move through the world and have all this information at your hands, which will make your life absolutely freaking easier, right? You know which people to talk to, you know which food stalls to go to, which food stalls to avoid if you are in Thailand. You know which apartment buildings to hang out in, which streets to take, which people to avoid, what kind of people are really pervy, what are creepy like, what kind of people to talk to, which malls to go to, what kind of clothing to buy, etc. There's so many, these are just tangible things, but there's also a lot of intangible things, that information that you're constantly getting on a daily basis that you wouldn't get otherwise, right? And so if you want to make your life easier, and of course we do, and our main superpower to make an INFJ's life easier is introverted intuition. And so if you want to have an easy going path in this world, we have been given this superpower. We've been given this awesome superpower, our introverted intuition. And it's always there for us, and it's trying to help us out if we let it do its job. Now, mostly because we're too tired, or we're not sleeping enough, or we're spending way too much time being anxious, or we're insomniacs, or we have a lot of negative people around us, or we have narcissistic parents, or a billion different other things, we are not able to completely utilize the power of our introverted intuition. That's one of the reasons I'm constantly doing these videos and trying to bring you guys into balance, because the more balanced you are, the better your intuition is going to work. And the better your intuition is working, you'll notice that your life is going to get easier and easier and easier. The path that you're on is going to get so smooth that you're going to be surprised at how easy it is to live in this world. Again, I hope this makes sense to you guys. If you guys have any questions about intuition or about being stressed out or imbalanced or whatever it is, please message me anytime. All my contact information is in the description below. And if you guys want to comment below, I read every single comment. I'll reply to every comment as well. And so please do reply to me. Please message me. I'm always looking forward to hearing from you guys. Again, thank you so much for watching, for listening on my podcast or watching on my YouTube channel. And I shall see you guys the next time around. Bye for now.